Welcome back to another Valheim building video, where I'm going to be showing you how I created this outpost base from this. My name's Taco, let's get started. As you can see, I already started by getting that scaffolding built up the spire, and then I just went ahead and crossed it by just panic placing iron beams until I got to their side. Worked out pretty well. I wanted to build something that had a ton of symmetry and felt pretty large scale. So I was going for something a little bit bigger on the roof side of things. Kind of played with what this looked like and ended up moving it into a little bit of a bigger look even still. Kind of got lucky with it looking as symmetrical as I wanted it to in this here. Keeping with that symmetry, wanted to make sure I got beams all the way down each spire so that I could build this staircase, and just connected it with some more iron beams. When I built this staircase, I was able to put the beams underneath the marble so that it didn't show from the top. So when I placed the rest of the marble like that, you weren't able to see the iron beams. Then I just finished it all off with some dark wood, and this is kind of the result of that. I was able to finish up all of the trim underneath, and look, I'm making a video. Hello, Mr. Deathsquito. Who likes these things? Anyway, here's my time lapse of the connecting bridge. I thought it would be cool to do some sort of flowing, kind of organic looking bridge around all that symmetry. And then just finished it off with some black marble and some railings. After that, I wanted to build something not symmetrical in between, kind of offsetting it a little bit. I went with something that kind of felt like, I guess, the body of a Viking ship, and then kind of put a roof on it. I think this shot kind of shows it best. Moving to the steps, this was probably the hardest part of the build, honestly. Staging how I wanted the roof pillars to look and then setting the roof on top of it. I had to try this several times to get it right, but I like the final outcome. And then here on the side, I wanted to go with a spiral staircase in patterns of 1, 2, and 3 down the sides, and then matched that on either side so that I was able to get that symmetry continued and kind of give it a good look overall. From there, I just finished the whole thing in dark wood, and I really tried to make sure that the trim and the beams kind of offset each other, so that when you move by it, there's a decent amount of movement and pattern, as you can kind of see here. And then a little assist from the tar on the fireworks. Next big step was going to be to make this pier. I got kind of lucky with the cardinal directions. This base is perfectly in the right direction, so I was able to cut out those slips right down a line, which was nice. Then I was able to do some black marble around the edges and make these cool infinity pools in the middle of the pier, lined in black marble. And then I wanted to do a pyramid at the top of the pier. This was something I wanted to use for the guards to be able to have an outpost and be the farthest outreach so they can look out onto the ocean and make sure there's no danger. For the next segment, this is the market area. Also, sorry about the spinning. The time lapse got a little faster than I thought I was going to use it, so strap in. These 3 buildings are going to be like a barber shop, a bakery, and kind of like a clothier. So you'll notice that All the roofs have a unique design where I've integrated steps into all of them. I wanted that to be kind of a universal trend with this build. It also offers some really cool looks, some really cool patterning, and the insides of the build offer a lot more light. It's a nice feel. Just adding different dark wood to the sides really adds a lot of dimension and depth. Then I just tied this area off with a nice kind of walking garden area with a centerpiece of this circular kind of trellis feel. On the end of the market, this whole arch area is a meat market. So this whole butcher area reaches across all the way down that side there. Probably notice I've used these like rope railings. That's from the Odins mod, and then I just cap them with the dark wood. I think it has a better look than just like heavy wood railings all the time. One of the last additions to the build is going to be the barracks, which will house 6 to 8 soldiers at a time that are on duty in this area. So I wanted to do some sort of marble tower feel, and I really stuck to the stairs roofing. So you'll see that as I added on here, I just strategically placed a roof tile and then left exposed stair to give just more of that patterning and cool look, and capped it off with the dark wood. I also wanted to add just another kind of garden area. There's a similar one on the other side of the pier. Just kind of gives that continuity and feels lived in, feels like it's a real place. I forgot to hit record when I was building the captain's quarters to the left of this build, so you'll see that in the final walkthrough. Here's some quick panning shots of the final build before we get into the full walkthrough. I added some boats and a pier at the bottom corner, finished things off with decorations, just made sure everything felt like it had a good flow. Kind of a cool rock garden, kind of zen vibe right there. Without further ado, let's get started with the full detailed walkthrough. If you have liked what you've seen today, please do like, subscribe, comment. I'd love to hear your feedback. If you're interested in my other builds so far, it will be suggested at the end of the video.